Okay, Divergent was definitely a movie not designed for a 35-year-old male. Essentially, you take a test which lets you know which one of the 5 factions you are best suited for. You then go to a massive ceremony in which you then choose whichever faction you want to be a part of. Unless you happen to be someone who's decent at multiple factions, therefore making you divergent. So we follow Beatrice, who later changes her name to Triss when she joins one of the groups. You've got Candor, or Candor. They are the truth tellers. Ironically, they're also kind of like the lawyers, so not like how they are in real life. Erudite, the smart people. They're your scientists. You also having Amity. Amity's your farmers. You also end up having Dauntless. They are your American Ninja Warriors. And then you have, it's Abagite? Not Abagite. Like Abdination, which is like the servant group. The ones who kind of like help the needy. They're also the ones who run the government. So, for the way it is now, lawyers run the government and they lie. So it's entirely different from how things are now. And you also can be factionless, which is homeless. So, of course, Beatrice is Divergent. Not a spoiler, it's in the title. She tests grade for like 3 different classes. Decided to go join Dauntless, the American Ninja Warrior group. Isn't very good at it first, but one of the people who was in it for, you get to pick your own names afterwards, takes a liking to her, even though I think he's like 10, 15 years older, and kind of helps her progress through the ranks of Dauntless. Beatrice also has a brother who goes from it's abnegation or abdination to erudite. Of course, you learn nothing about what happens on with him. This movie focuses almost 90% of all screen time is Beatrice, or Triss as she's known for the majority of the movie. So this is a movie that is entirely geared towards young adolescent women. I will say this, it's got more action sequences than Hunger Games, which is weird because Hunger Games, of course, centers around a massive bloody competition between children. This one doesn't really have that moment to it. They do throw in a slight twist and a slight turn, kind of towards the end, actually make more of the actual struggle between your female protagonist, your female antagonist. A lot of the other characters get pretty much no character development. It's like, oh, you are a Candor. Yep. Which means you're a truth teller. Yep. Pretty much they kind of come off like jerks. It's like, oh, you're erudite. You come off as arrogant. Pretty much whatever group you used to belong to, and that is pretty much all the characters you actually get to show from somebody. You know, the people in Dauntless pretty much are like, you should have no fear about anything at all times. We're the brave ones, we're the courageous ones. But they normally kind of come off like heartless idiots. And it's like, alright, we're going to jump from this train. Alright, now we're jumping in this hole. Alright, we're going to jump over here. Alright, free up this building. Alright, I'm going to shoot stuff. Alright. Are these really brave things? Then you find out Donald's force has also been the military force too. Why they did a military force? Because there's a wall surrounding the city of Chicago. Because a war happened. And the society decided the best way to do it is to make these 5 different factions. 6 if you include the homeless. And it's like, okay. I kind of like to know what happened beforehand. Because it does seem like in this sort of future, it actually could be happening. Let's say the Hunger Games is happening. Hunger Games could be over here. They could be a different section after this massive war. And Divergent could be a different location. That's Chicago after the massive war, which destroyed the majority of mankind. You know, it's not bad. I will say the action sequences were done pretty well, decent fight choreography, but with there being almost no character development from anybody except for the main character. I mean, she is the vast majority of the film. She is in like almost every single scene. And it's like, you know, had they cut back to her brother every now and then, who chose a entirely different path, you know, show what he's going through, so maybe what he had to go through to get his position, you know, maybe show a little bit more of even actually done a little bit more on the actual background of each individual group would have been nice. You might see that in the book. I haven't read the book. I have no desire to read the book. So I could say if you're a younger woman, this is entirely your movie. If you're somebody who is, beyond the age of like 25 and male, this is probably not going to be a lot of fun to watch. Still miles above something like Twilight. If you want to see it and you're on the fence, just look up either the honest trailer for Divergent or CinemaSins Divergent, and it tells you pretty much everything you need to know about the film.